What's up, guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to a new episode of The Road to Glory. Episode number 96, I believe it is. Now, if you do enjoy today, I really recommend you to smash a thumbs up on the video. I greatly appreciate it. It really motivates me to make more of this type of content for you guys. So, I left you in the last episode where I'd done a couple of SBCs. We got ourselves the Player of the Year, Dele Alli and Kante, on loan for 5 games each. They'll come into play later on in the series if I ever really need some marquee players. Like, let's for instance say I'm in Division 1 and I need some crazy players to help me. Then that's the sort of time I'll bring those 5-game loans in. Other than that, you won't see much of them for the time being. I also did another SBC and played my first game of the daily knockout, which I managed to get through. It was a good opponent, but I somehow beat him 3-0. And we're now into the second round against that team. Like a championship side, which just looked so bang average. It was unreal. So all I needed to do was gauge in the first couple of minutes if this guy was an alright player, like a competent player or not. And if he wasn't, then we're going to go full attack mode, see if we can like score some goals and stuff. And with a team like mine compared to a team like his, as long as I get the first goal, I feel like it's going to be kind of plain sailing. So the ball comes out to Dele Alli here. I knock it back to Tolisso, who finds Son. He just scoops it round, and then you know what Heung-min Son's like with that shooting from outside the box. He's amazing at it. So he just whips it around the goalkeeper, runs off and does his celebration into the camera, and we are officially 1-0 up in this game. So at this point, I wasn't too worried. I was thinking, alright, a goal in the first 10 minutes, we're all good here. And then I just started playing some decent FIFA. Son to Fekir and a nice little 1-2 back to him. Good strength and composure from the Frenchman, and he just slots it home. Literally 2 minutes later, I got the ball back off of this guy and I moved up the pitch and scored my second goal. So that's fantastic. At this point in time, I'm definitely not worried. I'm thinking, oh my god, am I going to actually have to play all 90 minutes of this? Because how many goals can I legitimately score, you know? Is he going to stop playing? Is he going to quit? These are the things running through my head. And then I wasn't able to score there, which kind of sucked. And I got a bit cocky and played it out from my goalkeeper straight to someone like Matthias or something. He misses a kind of an open goal, and I think he realises that at that point in time, I don't think he was ever going to come back. So he decided to just pause it and rage quit. And that's fair enough. You've seen me do that in previous games in FUT Champions, more in the weekend league than actually in the daily knockout, because like I feel like everyone's got a chance in the daily knockout, so I would always continue until I was like 3 or 4-0 down or something before I quit. But yeah, we move on in and we're now into the semi-final. Great. So we move on into that and we come up against a really nice team. It's a mix between the Italian League, the Italian League and the Spanish League. But there's a bit of Colombian action going on there with James Rodriguez, with Cuadrado and Adrian Ramos. He's also got the inform Morata up front, who I've used and was a very, very good striker. And he's dead cheap as well, actually, for like a Real Madrid awesome striker. So I'm wondering why that was. I think there was some special promotion out that week and some better players than him, which helped force the price of him down. I actually love it when that happens, when there's some crazy informs and then loads of SBCs come out and it just literally just drains the market of the price of these players. I absolutely love that, because if a crazy high rated inform is low in price, then people aren't going to pay a higher price for like a lesser inform, so the whole market just sort of comes down and it just makes everything more affordable for everyone. At the same time, it does make the current team that you've got a lot less expensive. We win a free kick here with Fekir, and at a very dodgy angle, I somehow managed to sneak that one into the back of the net. Power free kick, a bit of whippage on it as well. 2 or 3 bars of power, I'm not sure what it was, but I held the analog stick so that it whipped back on itself, and it just went past the goalkeeper at that near post. And I went 1-0 up against this guy and his pretty solid team. So this one, a little bit like the first match I played, was tough. This guy was decent, and he was having some shots against me. The first half in general was a little bit lackluster, like 3 attempts from my opponent, 2 attempts from me. Not the most shots on goal for both teams, but it was tough it was like a very well fought battle in the middle of the pitch. And then in the 56th minute, he scores that goal against me. Now I'm questioning why Chris Smalling hasn't made a tackle there, but to be fair, like what James Rodriguez does after that is just nothing short of sublime, and it goes in off the angle, and like that's kind of a perfect shot. And then at this point, my opponent started having more attempts on goal than me. I was getting through every now and again. A Berber spin here with Lacazette. I should have low-driven finessed that one. That would have probably been a goal there. And then getting through with Fekir here. Hit that shot a little bit too early because I was a bit pressured. And I thought the defender was going to tackle me. In hindsight, would have done different things in both of those situations. But then my opponent had a free kick saved by Courtois from the corner itself. He managed to get a head on it from Chiellini, which cracks the bar in the 80th minute, and that's not good. However, we push through in the 89th minute. Lacazette one-on-one, and Joe Hart manages to save. My opponent manages to clear, and this game is going to go all the way to 120 minutes, at least. We could have penalties after that as well, which is not great. So I make my triple substitution. Martial, Cyprian, and Manolas are the 3 players that are going to come on. Ogbonna, Tolisso, and maybe Son might have come off. I can't remember which one of my front 3 I decided to bring off. But my opponent hits the bar straight on into that half. He then gets another opportunity, forces a save out of Courtois. I pick the ball up from that corner, throw it out long so one of my players could get it. It's headed back straight away, and James chips the goalie, but Courtois just about gets his hand to it. And that was a bit of a triple threat there. And he gets another attempt here with James. And thank God we've got Courtois, because this particular game, he's actually making saves. I've had games with Courtois where he doesn't do anything. But Cyprian plays it through to Anthony Martial, who is on goal, but he's on his weak foot, so I cut it back, play it to Dele Alli, and I somehow manage to scrape that one into the back of the net. And we are 2-1 up in extra time in this game. Dele Alli runs off doing his celebration. The whole team follows him, but the cameras don't for some reason. So they're not going to zoom in and you just see the cool celebration. Oh well, I think this only happened because I tried to Berber spin with Martial there. It didn't do it because of some slight button delay. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But we were lucky enough to change the situation, make it count. And then Martial outmuscles one of the defenders, chips the goalkeeper who was running out at him, and solidifies the win in this particular game right here in the 109th minute. So we're in the second half of extra time now. A nice 2-goal cushion forces my opponent to just simply rage quit because, well, there's no coming back with 2 goals and you've only got 11 FIFA minutes left. So yeah, fair enough. He decided to not take his coins and to just get out of there and move on into another game in the daily knockout tournament, I assume. So we're into the final. We've seen this before, haven't we? The last couple of bits have decided to pretty much sell there. And right now we're back up to the coins that we started with before we even bought Dele Alli and Kante, the SBC version. So, the European Tour number 2 SBC that we did in the last episode, not only did we break even, but we actually broke even by getting the 2 Player of the Years as well, which is fantastic because they didn't result in any like pack rewards or coin rewards. They just gave us loan players, so they were always going to cost coins, but we were able to bring our profit up enough on the European Tour SBC to cover them as well, which is great. Look at the team we're facing in the final right now. It is unbelievably strong looking squad. Like, that's a really difficult team to play against, and this guy was competent too. We get a shot off Schmeichel, and we get it out for a corner. I play it short to Kante, and Chris Smalling is there at the near post for us to go 1-0 up in the 11th minute. So that is just brilliant. That's the start I needed. Although, going 1-0 up like that, you kind of get a little bit cocky and you feel like, yes, I'm in the lead. You know, I'm going to win this game. And then it comes crashing down when you see Mahrez running through your entire defence. Fortunately, we were able to tackle him. Lukaku plays it into Pogba, who takes that shot, but Ogbonna is there to block, and it goes out for a corner. And a lot of this game was me just clearing it terribly, and then somehow getting blocks on it. Like Courtois, man of the hour. I'm not gonna lie, he kept me in a lot of these games on this particular night with some fantastic saves. I get into the box with Fekir, play it to Ogbonna, but Schmeichel manages to save that one, and I think it goes out for another corner kick, but we don't make anything of it. Fekir then lays it off to Lacazette, who Berber spins past David Luiz, gets past the defender, takes that shot on the weak foot, but unfortunately drags it wide because he was still kind of sprinting, and of course that means you're less composed than normal. Lacazette does play it into Son, however, and the man with the 5-star weak foot doubles my lead and makes me a much more happy and relaxed person in this game. For like a split second until I realise, oh wait, 2-0 is like my kryptonite scoreline, and I'm probably going to concede, but he hit the post. Is my luck, are the FIFA gods just watching down on me on this particular game? Am I going to win it? Well, we play it through to FEKIR right here, and he outmuscles David Luiz and just finishes it. And we go 3-0 up against someone who was better than me, I would say. I was struggling against him. We go 3-0 up in the first half. It's difficult to lose from a 3-0 situation, but you know, you've probably seen it happen before, right? I nearly make it 4 with a long shot from Son, but at half time it is a very even match with a very uneven scoreline. And he then sent me a message. It was in French, but I quickly translated it, and it basically said, I'll give you 150k if you let me win the final. So I went back with a quick message, just said no, and left it at that. So we go on in to the second half. And the reason I said no is because 1, you're never going to get the coins off someone. 2, it's not right to do that anyway. 3, he was a competent enough player to score goals, and I'd somehow luckily got into the position I am. That dodgy bounce happens, and not only has he scored 1 in the second half, he's now scored 2, and it's the 83rd minute, and my head has gone. I'm an absolute stressed out mess right now, just trying to keep things together here. As you can see, I'm just trying to hold possession with Lacazette. I play it into Heung-min Son, and finally the referee blows the whistle, and we were able to win the final, earn access once again to the weekend league, and knock this guy out. So we've done it. My players are ecstatic. I'm very happy as well. I'm not sure what the reward is. Oh, it's 2,000 coins, as you can see on your screens right now. We earn ourselves an extra 2,000 coins. Got our access to the weekend league. My players had a great game. I really like how they play. And well, 2,443 coins if you count the match coins as well. And we're into the weekend league. We've won the final. Like, on this account, I pretty much, I mean, touch wood, and I've probably jinxed myself now for future weeks, but I pretty much seem to be able to win the daily knockout tournament and come up against difficult to play players. And I seem to be able to like win the daily knockout tournament the first time of asking, which I'm quite happy about actually. So that's great. If you have enjoyed the episode, make sure you smash a thumbs up on the video. Don't forget to subscribe around here if you're new. We're very close to, or may even nearly have hit 300,000 subs, so I appreciate that. I absolutely love you guys. Thank you for what you've done for me, and I hope you're enjoying the series. Have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.